and a very good morning and very warm welcome to speakers, participants, and guests. It is indeed a great honor for the PGPF to host this international conference on the plight of the Rohingya, Part 2, Crime Against Humanity, that's come with a monumental responsibility. Ladies and gentlemen, to refresh our memory, on the 17th September 2012, PGPF organized the first conference on the plight of the Rohingya. What is the solution? The conference adopted a strong and comprehensive resolution observing the tragic situation facing Rohingyas, including violent acts of oppression and human rights violation by the state security forces, widespread discrimination by the dominant ethnic, in particular hostile Rakhine. It was crystal clear, even then, that Myanmar government has failed to observe its responsibility to fulfill its international human rights and humanitarian obligation in regard to the Rohingyas. International community has consistently and persistently urged the Myanmar government to stop the genocide, stabilize the situation in the Rakhine state, as well as to protect, safeguard, and uphold life, dignity, and prosperity of the Rohingyas. They were called by ASEAN to play a more proactive, substantive, and effective role in resolving the Rohingyas problem in the interest of regional peace and stability, besides coercing ASEAN and OIC to bring up the issue to the United Nations General Assembly in order to exert pressure on Myanmar. Ladies and gentlemen, the international media coverage on the persecution have been reduced to a minimal, while living conditions of the Rohingyas in Rakhine continue to deteriorate and exacerbated to an unprecedented level. This extreme condition forced the Rohingyas to leave their home in search of new life. Unfortunately, these boat people inevitably came under the control of human trafficking syndicate, compelled by greed, taking advantage of them in desperate need. They encountered terror while adrift on the high seas and endured unspeakable cruelty in captivity. Sadly, some perished in the open sea or in the transit camps. My dear audience, mass graves have been discovered in Perlis and South Thailand. We are here in order to examine and scrutinize the newly emerging issues. Therefore, the ASEAN policy of non-interference versus policy of exerting diplomatic, humanitarian, political is essential to be reviewed before the problem escalates into a full-fledged human catastrophe in this region. ASEAN lacked the political will to resolve and find a far-reaching solution on how to deal with it. The recently held meetings of 17 nations in Bangkok last month, which is to identify the problem of people smuggling and human trafficking problem, inevitably require a close cooperation among ASEAN countries with a comprehensive transnational law and to be dealt with. The recent discoveries of abandoned camps used to house these illegal immigrants and refugees on both sides of our border with Thailand indicated the extent that the enforcement agencies of both nations have failed in their duties, and a thorough investigation needs to be launched in order to find out if members of the nation's security forces were either negligent in their duties or in cahoots with the traffickers. The next issue to ponder is how to treat the arrival of illegal Rohingyas. Should Malaysia accept illegal immigrants from Myanmar? A definitive and constructive proposal on the long term is crucial, for disagreement grows over consideration between humanitarian point of view vis-à-vis national interest viewpoint. Moving forward, what would be the future of the Rohingyas? About 140,000 registered refugees in Malaysia. More than 40% are registered as Rohingyas. In this respect, the UN is not doing enough to assist the Rohingyas. UNHCR and ASEAN must assume a greater responsibility and find a permanent solution to the boat people issue and help in their resettlement and repatriation. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here today to look into these newly emerging issues that has been manifested resulting from Myanmar ethnic cleansing policy. The resolution of first conference is still very much relevant. Finally, on behalf of the PGPF, I would like to express my sincere, heartfelt thanks to YB Tun, speakers, panelists, and our guests. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.